We've got the gorilla, Vanilla Gorilla, on this episode of Talking While Aiming. Ladies and gentlemen, as promised, we have Vanilla Gorilla here with us today. Vanilla, how you doing?
Same old same. Trying to stay
Same.
warm a bit.
It's getting cold out there as we move into the December months, isn't it?
Yeah, it's starting to get cold around here. Things are. We were supposed to have snow yesterday, but didn't happen. So
Yeah, we're supposed to get hit later today, so I'm fully aware that I'm going to be out shoveling snow later. So just
yeah.
kind of the way it goes. So you're someone who's been playing AIM now for how long? When did you first start playing AIM?
I think it started. I'm almost at a year.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it was January or something like that.
Okay. And as you're rolling into your end of your first year, is it a game that you can see yourself playing for a long time to come?
Oh yeah. Uh, I really like. I really like game. Um, the I'm not like one of those guys that just sits home and plays video games a lot. Um, I actually I actually got into it because my kids had the VR and
Hmm.
they weren't using it, and I was like, I'm gonna pick that thing up and see what it's like. And I got on the aim and started playing, and I don't know, I was on there for probably a week, and I met Jay Stray, and
Hmm.
it kind of drew me in because he's such a nice dude. And then it started progressing from there. I met like Rob Ray and all, or sorry, Leatherneck and all those guys. And then it turned into like a community thing, and you get in and you'd kind of see, um, you'd play for a couple minutes, and then somebody'd find you in a lobby, and it was like, hey, dude, how you doing? How's everything? It's a cool community thing.
I completely agree. And one of the things that we've heard from almost every player that has come on the show is how much they love the community, how much they get out of it. So I
Yeah.
couldn't agree more. I think that there are so many great ambassadors for the game. Sounds to me like you were lucky enough to find some right away.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, it
the
was
cool
pretty
thing
cool.
is the way you got into it is exactly how I got into it. My kid was playing AIM and having a blast, and I'd come
Yeah.
downstairs to the basement and he'd be like having so much fun. Finally, one day I was like, I got to try this out.
Yep.
So yeah, and then you're hooked. So
Yep.
let's talk a little bit about AIM. Do you have a favorite weapon currently? What is the weapon you're working on right now?
I mean, I'm always stuck on the M4s, just because that's what I'm used to.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in all honesty, like the M4 is most utilitarian, I guess you could say. Um, the FAMAS is just it's hard to not use the FAMAS because there's so many people that when you're against a good player and they're using a FAMAS, you have to.
Mm-hmm.
Switch out and put the FAMAS on because if they hit you once, it's over.
That's it. My problem with the FAMAS is that I don't feel like it's the M4 is just for me is natural, whether it's up
Yeah,
close, long distance. I've used it
right,
more. I mean, someone comes around a corner, I can use the M4 close range. I can shoot from across distance. The
right.
FAMAS, I do not have that comfort level yet. So
Yeah,
I'm always switching back and forth. So
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
All
I
right.
I figured out how to the trigger discipline on the FAMAS is very, very important versus anything else.
Mm-hmm.
The M4, you can kind of just blast it and it'll connect sooner or later. The FAMAS, you have to have that trigger discipline of the one shot and just not let it eat because you're going to be all over the place.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me ask you this. In the settings, you can change the kickback for guns. Have you tweaked your kickback for different guns before?
No,
I have neither.
I
I just
don't.
start playing.
Yeah, it's just the way it goes. Like it's one of those things. It's kind of like a dirty back window in the car. it annoys the hell out of you until you get out. And when you get back in, you don't remember it was dirty the last time.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
All right, let's shift gears here. Let's talk about your favorite map. There are different styles of play, and there are different maps depending on your vibe. If you're playing with a lot of friends, you got a lot of players that know the game. What's the map that you enjoy playing with the most when you're playing with really good competition?
It doesn't get a lot of praise, but in my opinion, if you have a good group of people that are pushers, um, Gustavo's fun.
You are the first guest I have heard say that they enjoy Gustavo.
Yeah,
I,
I know it's weird, dude, but it's like it's Black Mage is good, because it's kind of like hunting.
mhm.
Um, Sambo and Blizzard are always there. They're always the go-to. Everybody always goes to those. Kind of like, the kids all go to Frontier. They all want to be a cowboy,
Or I
Uh,
don't know if it's because of the ease of the angle or because you can use the rock, but all the kids seem to like Frontier.
they I don't and it's always the red house. Got to get to the red house. Yeah.
I
Push that
don't.
red house.
Well, then they all get in there, and then the next team tries to take it, and then they all kill each other, and then they start
Right.
over.
Right. And I'm just over in the corner picking them off through the window.
That's fun too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gustavo has the glitches. It
It
also
does.
has different ways to get to the opponent. It's not,
Yeah.
Black Mage straight ahead.
Yeah.
Even more so, Sandbowl, Blizzard straight ahead. There's three
Yeah.
options.
Yeah.
With Gustavo, you can come around, you can sneak
Yeah.
in, get to the and have you played that to your advantage? Have you found some spots where you can really do some nasty stuff?
100%. It's definitely Gustavo for me is the sneak attack thing, and that's kind of like what I like to do. Um, I found a couple spots,
Mhm.
couple hallways and corners and things, shooting through doorways and stuff like that that people don't really pay attention to, and I do.
Yeah. I've got to ask this. Now, I love Gustavo. We could talk about that for a
Yeah.
while. I played it. That's the least I've played, but I am going to shift gears here because I want to keep us on time.
Yeah.
I got to know your profile pic hasn't changed since you started playing, and I love the name Vanilla Gorilla. It rhymes. It's simple. It's straightforward. I got to ask you, where did Vanilla Gorilla come from? Why is that your handle?
So I'm I like stupid movies and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I just happened to I was talking to somebody in one of the games, and he called me Vanilla Gorilla.
Okay.
And he was like, "You're like one of those vanilla gorillas or something." And I was like, "You know what? That's pretty good." And
Doesn't take much more than that.
because before I just had my like a abbreviation of my name up there
Mm-hmm.
with like a picture of my truck engine. And then as I was playing, this kid just threw it out there, and I was like, it was in the middle of an argument.
Mm-hmm.
Funny. But so it kind of hit, and I was like, man, that's good. And my when I play, I'm usually on my couch in my living room, and my
Mm-hmm.
wife is somewhere near me watching TV, and she actually heard him say that and started laughing. And I was like, that's good. I gotta change. I gotta use that.
So you
So
turned into it. I love it, man.
yeah, so it's stuck there, and it's been there ever since.
That's
So
a that's a cool name. I think also it's cool that every once in a while you hear Rampage, and the movie Rampage is about a giant vanilla
vanilla
gorilla.
gorilla, right?
So maybe that should be your theme song for when you roll out is
Yeah.
the theme song. That's good. Okay, now there's one question that is always, I don't know if it's the most popular, but everyone seems to be prepared for this one or seem to enjoy it. It's time for you to name your 5-person assault team. So the rules are simple. I give you a 5-person assault team and I give you a map and I say, you've got to take ground. This isn't a setting up traps. This isn't a try to hold ground. This is taking ground, who you're going to pick for your 5-person assault team. We've already got the gorilla, and I assume you're going to rock the M4. That
Yep.
leaves 4 spots open. What do you got?
Okay, so let's see.
And let's say it's Sandbowl. Let's say you're trying to move everybody into the very back of Sandbowl.
Okay. So for me, I'm a very loyal person, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna have to go with the Deja Vu team from our our previous assault team.
Okay.
We've got Omar.
Omar 11.
Yeah,
I know very well. Excellent player. Doesn't really have a. Well, let me ask you this: since you picked him for your team, what is it about his play that you think would do well in this situation?
he's fast. I honestly, between him and Prez, I honestly don't know. Like, I mean, I've changed internet, I've changed like so many things trying to speed it up. Like, I don't know how they get there so fast. I
They're
put the
very
gun
good.
down, do my whole part. I can't get there as fast as they get there. I don't understand it, but
All right, Omar 11, hell of a first pick. Great player, and like you said, sneaky fast. All right, who
yeah.
else you got?
Well, Prez is always the organizer.
Okay.
So, with the group, the one thing that I loved about the group was the communication, and we communicated very well. And I was always in the team. I was always the low end of the totem pole. You know what I mean? I was the one that always got the most kills, and I was usually negative by the time the game was over. But uh, they stuck with me because I was the communicator. You know what I mean?
That is a nice tag to have as a player. If you're the one that's keeping the lines of communication open, you're talking with your teammates and communicating effectively. That's huge.
Right.
So you're actually talking about your tournament team. You're putting out your tournament team right now. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got Omar, we've got Prez, hell of a two players. You're there. That's 3. We got
Yeah.
2 open spots. Who else
And
was on your team?
so Murdoch and Dana.
Okay, Murdoch's 88
Yeah.
and Dana 4730.
Yeah.
Dana, I can't remember
44,
her.
5 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So this was your tournament team that was
Yeah.
playing. Was this in Leatherneck's tournament?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And you won season 2, I believe.
We won all of them, I think. Well,
Okay.
until they got rid of us.
Okay. Well, we can get into that if you want to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
let's talk about your team first. So I know Omar, I know Prez, I know their style of play. I know your style of play. We've played quite a bit. Murdoch's I haven't played in quite a while. He's on a different timeline than I am right now. I haven't played with him. How's his play progressing? How do you see him fitting in with this team?
So he's also another one that can get to places and you don't see him until he shoots you. Plain and
That's
simple.
yeah.
You don't notice he's there. He's super quiet and like he hugs corners and boxes until the last second, and then bam,
Side of the
where'd he
head.
come from?
Yeah.
You know?
I would say that Dana and Murdoch's and probably I would say Killmonger are the
Yeah,
ones that shoot me the most when I don't see him coming.
yeah,
Where just all
yeah.
of a sudden it's just
Killmonger's got
boom.
some spots, man, where he's just you can't see it until that last little peek, and then he'll peek out and bam, he's got you. It's like again.
It's and then you back to spawn and start all over again.
Yep, yep, yep.
Looking at this map and looking at Sandlot, or excuse me, Sandbowl as Sandlot's a great movie.
Yeah.
Sandbowl as a you're killing me, Smalls. Um, looking at this team, this seems like a very fast team. It seems like a very effective team. Um, I wonder, is it better to have less players on a side? Because I mean, this you can go up to 16 players in a match.
Yeah, right.
Would you ever want to have more, or do you feel it gets too crowded? Do you like the number five where it's at, or do you see a 6, 7, 8 person assault team being something that could be fun?
The uh the problem when you have more is you start getting the um crossed lines of communication. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so in my opinion, um you start to get certain, I don't know if egos is the word, but
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of it's that's what I'm getting at. Like you get certain personalities together and working for the same goal. Sometimes the more of them you add, the less you achieve.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that AIM XR is kind of built around that whole you walk in and you're the lone gunman and you can step into a match and you can do your thing. But looking at how this game is set up, if we want to really take it somewhere, it's going to come down to strategy and
Yeah,
communication
yeah,
and practice and doing all those things. And I know your team did that because I've talked with Omar a number of times about the amount of dedication that went into getting that good. Do you see teams getting that advanced at some point? Do you see them wanting to take it to that level?
there are, um, I mean, there was a couple of teams that we played that were they were very tough. They were
Mm-hmm.
very, very tough. And the only reason we won is because we stuck to the strategy even when the chips were down. And we
Mm-hmm.
didn't let, a small dip in points affect our play.
So there was no, we're down by 5, I'm going Cowboy.
Yeah, no, it was, this is your space. You protect this corner. That's what you do. Keep doing it.
Keep
And
him.
yeah, yeah. And
Interesting.
that was kind of what we did the entire time. And then um you have to, it's very hard when you start feeling like you're not the one that's carrying the team. Like you have to get in there and it's you want to get kills, but you don't want to die for a stupid reason. And you don't want to give away points. And
Exactly.
we stayed with the strategy that kept us from giving up stupid points.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think and again, this is not something that I've done a lot of, but at the game level where it's not tournament, you can go out,
Yeah.
you shoot one, you get killed. It's a 1 for 1.
Yep.
Sometimes it's 2 for 1. By the end, it's 24 kills, 17 deaths, 9 assists, and you think you've played a good game, but in reality, that's only 7 points.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
saying that in the tournaments, your goal is to minimize deaths, slow the pace down, but be more strategic in how you approach it.
Yeah. You in the tournament setting, it's almost like you're trying to deal with it as a real life scenario
Mm-hmm.
where you're hiding until the last second and then you peek out and shoot them. So in the normal games, I mean, I could get all kind of kills in a regular game, but when it comes down to tournaments, I think that's why I it took so long for me to progress to a positive ratio, was because I was I was waiting so long to get a shot
Mm-hmm.
that the people would see me,
Sure.
and then they'd know where I was coming back, that he's going to be on this box or he's going to be in this corner, and I just got to get to that corner and he's going to be there and I'm going to shoot. And that was kind of my um that was my issue to fix. Um I started to get a hold of it, and
Mm-hmm.
then we stopped playing. So, yeah.
Just that simple. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully you can get into another tournament fairly soon. Folks, we are going to be back with Vanilla Gorilla. We're going to take a brief break and then we'll be back. So stick around. We got more with Vanilla Gorilla right after this.
Hey everybody, it's Savage. With the holiday season fast approaching, it means two things for the AMXR community. Number one, there's going to be people that are getting new MetaQuest headsets, and they're going to be asking around, hey, what's a great game that I should download? I hope everyone out there is promoting AMXR. It's a great game, and getting new people on the servers can only help that. Number two, it means that there's also going to be more holiday breaks for people. I know a lot of people that have time off during the holiday season, and that usually means higher activity rate on the games. So, be a good ambassador, get into some great lobbies, have fun. But if it's full up, that just means that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, which is packing those servers up. Hopefully everyone has a great holiday season, and hope you all enjoy the rest of the Vanilla Gorilla interview. Stay tuned.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the Vanilla Gorilla. He is here. He is talking AMXR. I am so happy you stopped by, Vanilla. Got to ask you this. Okay. Do you have a nemesis? I mean, you've talked about the people that kill you a lot. I understand that. Is there someone out there that drives you nuts while they're doing it?
Probably Carp.
Okay.
Coolest Carp.
Coolest Carp? I know who you're talking about. Tell me what it is about Carp.
Yeah, so it just I don't know. He's got a magnet for me. And whenever we're it's been a while since I've seen him, and we were playing last week, and all of a sudden he's like, Vanilla. Oh no, Carp's here. Oh, and then poof, here he comes with 2 grenades in his hand. Bing. Yep, we're dying.
his go-to move, right? You'll get close and shoot him, and they'll say you're about to die, and then a grenade goes off, and you get blown up.
Right?
Yeah, that can be annoying. So the coolest fish is definitely one of the nemesis for both of us.
Yeah.
Looking at a tournament going forward, if Vanilla Gorilla was creating his dream tournament, not players, but setup, what would you like to see? What would be a great tournament setup for you?
I really enjoyed Leatherneck's tournament. It was good. It had the structure and things like that. It just back to that egos thing. You get two people who are too similar, and they're gonna butt heads. And it got to that point, and after that, we did a couple different things. We did a beat deja vu thing where all these people would build their own teams that they thought were better, of lists of there was significant teams. And again, with the communication that we had, we were able to overcome. I think we only lost 1 out of 6 matches.
Okay.
And then we stopped doing that because they started doing a 2-for-2, like a guy girl thing, and that was cool. And I know that there's supposed to be another round of that coming up, but as far as
who did you team up with for that?
So it was me and Coffee.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's cool.
Okay, all right,
and
that's great.
But our first opponent was Murdoch and Nora, so there goes that.
They took care of business, huh?
Yeah, so it was like, oh man. So
nothing you can do about it, right?
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it.
No.
And 2 good people, so you can't complain.
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit about that. Cool people in the game. Community in this game is important.
Yeah.
What is it about this community that you enjoy?
Well, when you get out of the standard games and you start getting into the tournament players and things like that, some of the more seasoned people, even the younger people, the more seasoned younger people are even just, they're just cool. They're cool to hang out with, you
Yeah.
know, and to watch their strategies and how they do things, and um, see their gameplay versus yours.
Mhm.
It's kind of cool. They're just nice people. You sit and talk, and a lot of them have similar interests to me, and you know, and it works out that way.
It makes for, I think, a more enjoyable experience. I also sometimes I go in there to be very serious and I grab the FAMAS and I'm trying to take out anybody that's in front of me. Other times I
Right,
just like screwing around and talking with my friends and
right, right.
placing a few
Right.
well-placed grenades to make somebody, you
Yeah,
know, ruin somebody's day and that sort of thing.
yeah, yeah.
All
We
right, let's talk about vanilla away from the game a little bit. Okay, everybody's got a retro game, something they do for fun. What is your or something that they think of when they think of video games that kind of help make them gamers? Is there an old school game that you look at and say, yeah, that's me. That's my ride or die right there.
right. So, when I was growing up, like the one of the I wouldn't say when I was growing up, when I was younger, one of the things that really piqued my interest as a kid was ATV versus MX Fury. And
Okay.
it was an old first person, like you're out racing dirt bikes and four wheelers and stuff. And the reason was because I raced national ATV motocross for, I don't know, 15 years or something like that. I do it every now and again now, but all the guys, all my friends were depicted in those games. Like their bikes, their gear builds, all those kind of, like their the riding gear and the helmets and all that kind of stuff. And that was all in the game. So I could go on and play, as my buddy Dana, and you know what I mean? So it was really cool to
That
me.
sounds really cool.
Yeah,
Well, that
yeah.
that that answers my next question, which is what else do you do for fun? Sounds like you ride motocross for fun, huh?
So yeah, so I have like I have a lot of hobbies, and partially because of my ADD, I have a lot of things going on at once. Um, I race diesels. I do off-road racing with a Raptor that I built. Um, I have motocross stuff, years of motocross stuff that I do. Um, with ATVs, like dirt bikes are okay, but everybody does dirt bikes.
Hmm.
It's a lot harder to take a 300 or 400 pound machine and do the same things that the dirt bikes are doing when they're 200 pounds. Um, you're doing a 120-foot triple uphill just like he is, and twice the weight and same speed. So it's a big deal to me for the motocross. ATV motocross was a
Okay.
big part of my life.
Very exciting. Looking at the video game sides, you said ATV versus MX Theory. Am I got that right?
Fury, yeah.
Okay. Very cool. All right. All right. Anything else you do for fun that you want to share with the team or
I
with the
mean,
community?
shooting and stuff like that. I I draw, I paint, um, like graffiti paint and all kind of other airbrush and stuff like that. Um, I mean, like I say, I got a 7,400 pound diesel F-250 that does nines. Um, I have a Ford Raptor that has mid travel suspension and 1,300 horsepower V8 in it now, and I can't wait to jump that thing off of a ledge, you know, out in Georgia someplace, or Virginia we go. So
That sounds awesome.
yeah, it's good time for sure.
All right. Well, it sounds to me like you've got a very active hobby life. That's great, man.
Yeah, yeah. I'm always doing something.
That's great. That's great. Looking back at AIM and where it's going in the future, do you see um, Any changes coming? Do you see anything on the horizon? What's the future of AIM? What needs to happen for it to continue to be the game that it is and to be more?
I would like some more maps. I would like to see more maps. Obviously, everybody always says that. I think the gun list is fine, and the grenades, and somebody was had brought up that there should be knives in there and everything, and I'm like, I kind of like the layout of it now.
Mm-hmm.
It's very
User friendly.
timeless, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
The maps are great. I think, if they added a couple other maps to it, it would be more it would bring some of the people who left back, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But I see, where do I see AIM going? I see AIM becoming a tournament style game where you have multiple players sitting in some mall somewhere with their headsets on, trying to win a $200 gift card to, some meta something or another somewhere.
I would love to see that. I think the
Yeah.
one thing that's going to stop tournament play from happening is ping rate,
Yeah. Yeah.
because some players just won't leave their home
Yeah.
servers. If I'm in
Yeah.
London, I'm staying in London. If I'm in Texas, I'm staying in Texas.
Right.
So, but beyond that, yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think that getting more people involved in this game and playing it will be only helpful. So,
Yeah.
believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, that was 20 minutes plus with Vanilla Gorilla. Vanilla,
Sweet.
thank you for stopping by today. You were a great guest. I appreciate everything you had to say. Thank you for joining us today.
Appreciate you too, Savage. I'll see you out in the field.
All right, man. Stay good. Stay tight in those battles, and we'll see you out there.
Yep.
Hey guys, Northern Savage here. If you made it this far, then obviously you like the content. Please smash that like and subscribe button so we can keep building up those content lists and doing all the fun stuff you like us to do. So, hey, smash that, do that thing that you're supposed to do. I don't know. I'm still figuring all this stuff out, but thanks.